Welcome back. This is Marc Rudov, branding advisor to CEOs and author of 3 books for CEOs on branding. And you need to understand these books. You need to read these books if you want to understand today's episode. It's extremely important. My latest, intra-branding. If branding isn't sold inside the corporation, it will fail outside the corporation. My second one, brand is destiny. And my very first one, be unique or be ignored. All right. Today's topic, Bidenomics, branding bullshit. Or I could call it Brandon bullshit. And if you don't understand the Brandon reference, that means you watch MSNBC and CNN and are greatly uninformed. That's on you. Okay. He went out the other day in Chicago and started hyping this Bidenomics, telling everybody what a success he has been with the economy. Of course, everything out of his mouth was a lie, just like everything out of his mouth since he entered politics 50 years ago has been a lie. But that never stopped him. Now, I heard a lot of people saying, though, well, he's branding Bidenomics or he's rebranding Bidenomics. Well, that means that people don't understand what a brand is. Of course they don't. If you know anything about me, if you've read my books, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that a brand is an intangible. A brand is an emotion. It's the emotional connection that customers have with a vendor or voters with a politician. So that's why when Fortune came out with this headline, the president is eager to run for re-election on Bidenomics that most of the country hates. That's a brand. That's an emotion. They hate it, and yet he's ignoring that, or maybe he's too tired or too demented to even know what the hell is going on. But that's your clue right there. The country hates it, and yet he's lying to them anyway. Let's take a look at a few things here. Where are we with Bidenomics? First of all, the reason we have inflation, which is causing all the problems, is because Biden's regime has been spending, borrowing, and printing money. Look at this graph or this chart from the Federal Reserve. Started with an interest rate of 0.25%, and in a little over a year, it is now 5.25%. 10 raises of the federal funds rate. Jay Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board, never talks about any fiscal restraint. He never says that Biden has to stop spending. Biden has to stop printing. Biden has to stop borrowing. No, his only solution is to increase the rate, to crash the economy, to put more people out on the street. That's ludicrous, but that's what's happening. He's out there saying that he's created all of these jobs. A lie. A lot of people who are out of work because of COVID and the lockdowns are now coming back to work. Those are not new jobs. Those are not new jobs. Those are old jobs rewarmed. So he says that, look at the earnings. People are earning more money than ever. Look at this chart from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. For 26 months in a row, the real wage rate has gone down. 26 months in a row. That's reality. That contradicts Joe's lie. CPI inflation, you can see that all of these items that people buy for their homes increase. Eggs have come down a little bit after their meteoric rise. But all the evidence is there that inflation has destroyed lives, has destroyed commerce. And yet this president goes out there with a smile on his face, lying, with people in the audience clapping. We live in a bizarro world, folks. I could go on for another hour and take each one of his so-called economic metrics to disprove it, to prove that it's a lie. But that's not really why I'm here today. I'm here today to say that lying has become normalized. When I grew up, lying was one of the worst things you could do. If you lied to your parents, boy, you really got punished. Lied to your teachers, same thing. Lied to your employer, grounds for dismissal. Now, teachers are lying to students. And because parents, in a lot of cases, are going along with the teachers, taking their kids to drag shows, taking their kids to pride parades where adults parade around naked in front of kids, the parents are lying to the children. This society is upside down. You might recall that when news broke a couple of years ago about the Hunter Biden laptop, 51 current and former Intel officials signed a letter, you can see their pictures here, saying that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. Well, we all know that it was the opposite. The FBI had this laptop in December of 2019 and didn't tell anybody. Bill Barr, who was the Attorney General under Trump, knew all about it and didn't do anything about it, didn't tell Trump about it. Well, these 51 Intel officials are proven liars. Have they apologized? Absolutely not. They don't care. Why? Because lying is now normalized. When you are a CEO of a company and you're going along with the woke agenda, pushing CRT, CEI, DEI, ESG, net zero, the LGBTQ agenda, selling merchandise for tucking gonads in swimsuits. If you go along with this, you're part of the problem. And you're a liar. And you are offending your customers. And that's why Bud Light has crashed. That's why the Target stores have crashed. But the CEOs don't seem to care. In fact, Bud Light executives are doubling down on it, saying they're going to continue to push the LGBTQ agenda. If you want to work with me and you have any interest in any of this woke crap I just described, please don't contact me. I won't work with you. I refuse. I refuse. That's why I want to emphasize that these lies about Biden economics are complete bullshit. I'm anti-bullshit. I'm the no-nonsense man. I've always been the no-nonsense man. I will continue to be the no-nonsense man. And nonsense is bullshit, and bullshit is nonsense. And finally, I would say, you look at this. Are these women? Now, I'm smart enough not to give you my real answer, but I will indirectly give you my real answer. If you believe these two are women, then you will believe everything Joe Biden has to say. And I'm sure you're going to vote for him in 2024 if he actually makes it that far. So that's your little lesson today on branding. Branding cannot be bullshit. People are too smart. They know the truth. If you try to whitewash them, they will fight against you. Ask Bud Light, ask Target, ask Disney. All of these companies that lied to their customers are paying a heavy price for it. And you will too. So if you want real branding, come to me, Marc Rudov, at marcrudov.com. Until next time.